Alright guys, so I got something kind of special for you, okay? First off, shout out to my first sponsor, Powerflex Gym out of Waterbury, Connecticut. Y'all are fucking dope. Anyways, let's get right down to it, okay? So, Revlon, okay? I noticed an article from the Wall Street Journal the other day, okay? I believe it came out on the 10th. And it said that the company was nearing filing bankruptcy. However, I know that the Wall Street Journal has loose ties to, let's just say, Kenny Boy and his cronies, okay? So, I was like, wait a minute, Revlon's going to go ahead and file bankruptcy? So, I went ahead, and now keep in mind, this is, the stock was trading much lower than where it is now. Anyways, I went ahead and I went to Rdbx. Oh yeah, by the way, look at that's their target price. I went to the fundamentals. I looked and I said, they're projecting to make more money this year, and they have an EV or enterprise value. Well, last year it was $3.93 billion and climbing, right? They are the second largest cosmetics company in the world. Like, I thought to myself, how is that possible? Okay. Now, this is where things get really, really intense. McAndrews and Forbes. Yes, Forbes. They own over 70% of the shares. Okay, you could sit here, you could add them all up, right? Anyways, it comes down to there's only 10% of the company on free float, aka 5.26 million shares. Right. Look at this. They borrowed an additional 5.37%, 67.62% estimated to be on the float by Rdbx. Cost to borrow average, 85.12%. All right, so it's my impression that a stock, yeah, you have your circuit breaker halts, and then you have your news halts, right? But I don't recall, and at least in my near memory, maybe like a long time ago, potentially, I don't remember seeing halts in after hours like this. So anyway, it made me start to think, like, like, what's the real story here? Okay, this is where this kind of comes into play. Oh, that's a different. Oh, wrong page. Sorry. You guys should actually look this up though. It's K-Bio and it's called the Infinity Squeeze. It's very similar to what I believe may be happening. Let me actually go here. I do apologize. Now this is the report that the Wall Street Journal put out. Okay. Preparing to file bankruptcy as soon as next week, they reported, citing people familiar with the matter. Okay. All right, so the lipstick maker began talks with lenders ahead of looming debt maturities to try to steer the business clear of bankruptcy, they reported last week, right? Long-term debt. So they had long-term debt of $3.31 billion. If their enterprise value is more than that, and they are on the come up, then long-term debt, that shouldn't really be an issue, right? Especially with now that, things are starting to surge back, as far as their stock is concerned, at least, right? Now, what does this mean? That's probably what, all this boils down to. So, quick little Google search. What is a share recall? Do you guys know what a share recall is? And if you don't, and you have a Revlon position, then you should get very, very familiar in case this is exactly why they halted. Anyways, you guys could read, blah, 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 blah. This is the important sentence here. A share recall is one of the major risks short sellers face because when the lender requests his shares back, short sellers are forced to cover their positions, and they can find themselves in a situation where they can't cover the short position. So, if there's only a little over 5 million left, and most of the company is already held and only a small percentage is left on float, that would explain why it may have halted. Okay. This is kind of like the step-by-step. The lender asks for a recall, the short sellers are notified, short sellers are forced to buy back the stock and cover their short position. But what if they can't buy them back? That's the thing, guys. What if they can't buy them back? Then they're going to sit there and pay the cost to borrow forever? Like, look at the cost to borrow. Are they going to sit there and pay that? Or are they going to go ahead and start stepping up the price tag? I mean, I don't know. Again, I called this out on my live stream. I've called it out since it was, I mean, before it even dropped to 110, I said, hey, listen, I think that this article is BS. And then I started DCAing. But listen, I mean, if this is what I think it could be, we might be on a moon mission on several different stocks. It is what it is. But I could use the support. If you want to go ahead and, throw me a sub, throw me a like, share this video because this might be Moass. I'm not saying it is, but like, if there is a Moass, this very well might be, the beginning. Triple Witching Day is on Friday. So T plus 2, today would be T, 1, 2 would be Friday, right? It would make sense for it to, like, they didn't release BBIG, they didn't release the dividend day for GME. Who really knows, right? If you have a Revlon position, best of luck to you. None of this is financial advice. It's just something I found very important. And to be quite honest, I think I was the first person to call Revlon out. And to be fair, I mean, like, I just want to make sure that everyone is aware of what this could entail if it is a share recall. I feel like I now have that responsibility. So I feel like, I should go ahead and tell you guys to research it, do even more DD. Yeah, I mean, but margins are getting thin, and the Fed announcements and all that happy stuff, it definitely, gave the market a kick in the butt today. You know what I mean? But yeah, any support would be great. Like, share, stream. Hop on my stream anytime. Ask any questions. Let me know what you guys are feeling. Let me know what you want me to talk about. I'm always down to go ahead, and I usually play with a lot of derivatives and things of that nature. Moass stocks, I have both. But anyways, hey, you guys have a good one. I appreciate your time, and hey, hopefully I catch you on my next stream. Late.